Okay, welcome. We're here for a quick review of what we learned last week in our session on merging Google and Haiku together. Um, Essentially, what we're trying to do is take our skills for Haiku and our skills for Google and bring them together. So we have a bunch of different types of Google Docs, whether it's a doc or a spreadsheet or a presentation. And we're going to assume for these purposes that you've already created them. I'll just show you quickly a Google Doc. We'll just take a play one that doesn't have much there. This is just one of the, a doc that we played with collaboratively, or a Google spreadsheet, which looks like an Excel sheet, which has some of the teachers' names on it that we're playing, or a Google presentation, which is like a PowerPoint. So again, the assumption here is you've already made these, and now you want to bring them into your Haiku page. So we'll use this Haiku page that I had created for this purpose. And again, just before I show you how to do it, just a reminder why you want to do it. This is an example of a Google presentation embedded right here in your Haiku page. It's beautiful. Students can come right away. They can click between the slides. They can make the screen a full screen so they can really see the information. They could click over here to get more options to print. They can download it as a PDF or as a PowerPoint. There's really tons of options. And again, the most important is that it's right here embedded right on the page. As opposed to some of the examples which we went through in class here, where if we added a file, which is a PowerPoint file, if I click on this, you'll see that it's just going to download it down to the page. I'd have to open that up in PowerPoint. Again, that's only going to work if my students have PowerPoint, and again, it's a little bit of a longer, tedious process. Similarly, I could if I wanted to avoid the PowerPoint problem where I'm not sure all my students have PowerPoint, I could go into PowerPoint and go to print and convert that to a PDF. Remember, you have to have that Adobe Acrobat Writer to be able to do that, but if you do, it's pretty straightforward. Just go to File, Print, and change the printer to Adobe PDF. Then you could go ahead and attach a file again, but again, it's going to download it. A student, if he wants to read it, they'll have to click download and then open the file in Adobe PDF. So that's, it works, but it's not as good as having the whole presentation right here. Or just to show you quickly, again, an example of a doc, if you wanted to have the actual document embedded right here in the page so that you could see the information without having to download it. So very quickly how we're going to do that, I put together just a summary of the directions here. So just quickly we'll run through them. First, you're going to create the Google Doc presentation or spreadsheet like I just said. Then you'll go to your Haiku class, go to the specific page you want on that class. You're going to go to Add Content Block. Then you're going to click on the bottom right Google Doc. You're going to search for that existing Google Doc, which is this one that you had created already. You're going to select it, click Next. You'll get some decisions who should be able to edit. Should it just be the teacher, which is the default, or should we allow the students to as well? You might want to do that if you want it to be collaborative. And then you can actually, if you care to, decide specifically where on the page this block is going to go, or you can leave that alone and let it put it wherever it puts it and then drag it around later. Click Next, and you're done. So let's go take a look at that. If we go over here to, we'll start on this page, which is not too much going on here. Add content block. Go down here to Google Docs. The other way where they were just files that were attachments, which you'd have to download, was being done through here. But here we're going to click on Google Docs. You're going to search for existing Google Docs, and it'll search your whole drive of Google Docs. I will pick something here, copy of Google Drive workflow, and then here is where you have that choice. Who should be able to edit the document? Just teachers or students and teachers. Here again, if you care to, you could choose on block placement and you can click. Do you want it to be in the top of the column 1, the bottom of column 1, top of column 2, bottom of column 2? Again, this is not crucial because you can always drag it around after, so I'm actually just going to leave it alone. And I'll click Next. And voila, I am done. And right there, right in my page, is my Google Doc. Again, most of the time Google Docs will be bigger, so you don't want them off on the side of the page. For example, if I drag it over here, you'll see it's very small. You can't, you could use the toolbar but it's not really very friendly. So you're going to want it in the main block when it's a doc. And again, the same exact thing would be for a spreadsheet. The same exact thing would be for a presentation. It's just when you get to choosing it, you'll choose the exact Google Doc that you're looking for. So when you get into this search for existing Google Doc option, you'll choose the one that you want. This is a play one. We'll just do another one quickly. Click next. And right there you'll see is a spreadsheet that I have created as well. Okay, now one thing you do want to be careful about, if I want to delete this, I can go ahead and delete a block like I always could. The only thing is now you got to be careful because it's going to ask you, do you want to delete just the block or the block and the Google Doc? So I'm going to just delete the block. I do not want to delete the Google Doc. I just have decided I don't want it on my Haiku page. So this is be very careful because otherwise you'll end up deleting your Google Doc, which you might not want to do. And that's how I'll get rid of it. I just want to show you one more quick thing, and that's going to be it for today. If you go to Add Content Block, Google Doc again, you do have the ability to create a new Google Doc from within Haiku here, right? And you can give it a new title. So we're going to say this is test 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to just click next, and you'll see what I created. Your Google Doc has been created, test 1, 2, 3. After you have saved your changes in Google Docs, please close the window to return to Haiku, and I'm going to click finish. So essentially, right now I have a blank document here. If I go to my Google Drive and do test 1, 2, 3, you'll see that that blank doc is right there as well. I could play with it here. I could play with it on the Haiku side. The point is, though, that the Haiku and Google are built and really are at this point infused together, and therefore you can create Google Docs if that works for you directly from within. But again, the main point of today is how to go ahead and embed the Google presentation, doc, or spreadsheet. And I'll just throw up here one more time these directions so that you can jot them down, or I'll try to add this into the email so that you have those steps in front of you. Everyone have a great day.